Hello, I'm Professor Brent Carney and I'm the instructor for this class. I just wanted to put out a few pointers that might be helpful. First thing is how to study for a class like this. I do it the old-fashioned way. I would take notes in a notebook with a pencil or whatever traditional method you use if you were sitting in a classroom for 3 hours a week. Then I would utilize every facet of the program. If you're in Unit 3, look at the videos, look at any extra attachments that are in there, look at the textbook, and go from there. Use every piece of it. The vocabulary, any piece of it, that's what you can use. Next pointer is writing the discussion answers. They're pretty good so far, I must say, this semester. Tonight I'm going to send you out an example. I've asked the student for permission. He's in one of the classes I'm teaching. It's not a perfect essay, but it's big, chunky paragraph, and that's what I'm looking for. If you just write, I agree with what Nathan said, or I disagree with what Nathan said, you're not going to get full points. You have to add something to it. So one thing that I would think about is, when do you post? And what I mean by that is, each week goes from Monday morning at 12:01 a.m. till the following Sunday night. If you go in and post Saturday night at the end of the week, and you're the 44th person to post an original post, it's hard to be original. So it's easier if you go in a couple times a week. Now, we don't regiment it that you have to be in there Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. That's not the type of class this is. But you should be in there several times a week, and I would try to get in there on a Monday or a Tuesday, and that makes it easier to put a post and then respond to the other people's posts later in the week. If you try to do it late on Sunday night, it will be more difficult to be original. The next thing is, this semester there's a feature that's being used, and I didn't put the feature in, but it makes sound logic, and that is it won't let you go too far ahead into the next week. The problem is we were having some students that were just barreling through during the first 2 weeks, and they'd be on week 5. Well, there's no one there in this discussion board for you to have a conversation with. It's best if the whole class stays in week 4, then the whole class moves to week 5, to week 6, to week 7. So try to stay within your lane, try to stay and get caught up and look at the pace of the class and when the last class of the semester is. Another point is, I can reset a quiz, but it has to be for a technical or electronic reason. If you email me and you say, I slacked off with the study and I didn't read the whole chapter, I took the quiz and I busted it, can I have another chance? The answer is probably going to be no. But if you had an electrical problem or a technical problem or you got kicked off, I can go in and do a rudimentary search and see if you actually were in there and tried it, and then I can reset the quiz. Another thing I wanted to mention is, you're being graded this semester on the quizzes and the discussion answers you put down. Don't worry about the assignments. I'm going to count those. If you've done them, I'm going to count those as extra credit, and I'll do the math at the end of the semester. But right now, focus on studying for the quizzes and answering the discussion questions. And I would answer the discussion questions as many as you can before you take the quiz. Again, utilize other people's opinions. Maybe another student has read and focused on a different part of the chapter or subchapter, and they have good discussion answers. That can be very helpful to you. Another thing is, make sure, and most of the classes are doing this, but I caught a little bit of it in a discussion board. Don't make it personal. If you're going to say, I disagree with what Nathan wrote, don't attack Nathan the man. That's called ad hominem, or arguing against the man. What I want you to do is go against the argument. If Nathan said he thinks the American Constitution, Third Amendment is blah, 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 and you disagree, don't say, Nathan, that's a terrible answer. Just give what you think is the better answer. So far, it's stayed pretty polite, and I'm really happy about that. So utilize every aspect of the unit. Utilize any aspect And before you take the quiz, obviously you should do the discussions first because they're going to help you with the quiz. So I want to say good luck to everyone. I can reset a quiz, but it has to be for a legitimate reason. Good luck with the writing, and so far the writing is pretty good, and I'm going to send out an email tonight with an example of what I consider a 25 out of 25 point essay. Thank you very much.